When you think about the chances to come back from 35 down, yes, it was done with Frank Reich and the Buffalo Bills against the Houston Oilers in the playoffs. Yes, it was done with Drew Stanton against Northwestern. But the odds are much greater for you to get your quarterback maimed, as we saw today in Minnesota. Was that the right course of action for the Lions?
I mean, obviously, as a player, you want to play. As an organization, you want to protect the highest paid player in the National Football League. And in a game like that, you know, it's not a championship game. It's not a playoff game. It's a regular season game. You know, you almost would have hoped that somebody had radioed. I don't remember when Aaron Rodgers got hurt. You almost hope somebody would have radioed down and said, hey, Aaron Rodgers out for the season, so we definitely need to preserve our quarterback for the rest of the year. I mean, it was the most Lioning game that I think I've ever seen. It's the craziest game I've ever seen, but I think you do have to pull him out of the game to protect him. I mean, his ribs were beat up, his shoulder was beat up. I mean, he was sliding head first to try to pick up first downs. I mean, he's tough as nails. We know how tough Stafford is. So sometimes I think you have to protect the player from the player.
His line was all beat up, Doug, as you said.
And despite that, they threw the ball 52 times. They only ran it 19 times. You can't do that in the NFL. You just can't. You have to have more balance, especially when you're getting blown out. Live to fight another day, man.
I'm about to defend the Lions.
You're the Lions defender.
I can't believe I'm about to. I feel. What's next? James Franklin? Is that our next?
Go take a shower.
Guys, they almost came back. They were 8 points away. 6 minutes to go. Stafford is like the new comeback king.
I know he's good. I like the guy
This is why you leave him in the game, because they found a way to come back.
He's holding his ribs, right? If he takes one more shot.
Okay, but here's the thing. If he holds his ribs and they win, he's legendary. We talk about that for ages. Remember the day that Stafford limped in and won the game.
Championship. Your guy always talking about championships.
Right. This wasn't the Super Bowl.
If they win the game today and he's knocked out, it's not the Cotton Bowl. It's not the playoffs with Buffalo and Houston. This is a stinking regular season game where you have a bye week next week.
I don't care what Herm Edwards said.
That's why play to lose the season. That's what he forgot to say.
Jeez, Jay Lions fans are so
Jay Glazer told the universe that Aaron Rodgers was out for the year at halftime. Nobody in the booth knows that and tells Jim Caldwell. I mean, you can spin it and say, look, we need to run the football. We can't run the ball, we don't win. You don't say you're giving up.